What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, yesterday I reported on, some gunfire exchange between cartel members and Border Patrol agents out there in Fronton, Texas. Shout out Fronton. And today, a little bit more information came out about it. And I got some footage I'm going to show you. Now, this is picked up from a drone that was in the air flying around. I guess a military drone that's seeing these gunmen, in which they pointed the rifle right at the drone. You know what I'm saying? And I guess in a show of defiance or whatever. Now, supposedly this had happened while they were trying to transport people across to an island, a little island, some migrants, to bring them into the United States, in which this gunfire had started. Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it.
Thank you, Marty.
A chilling video now shows a huge shootout. This is at the southern border. Texas DPS says U.S. Border Patrol responding to gunfire from cartel members seeking refuge on an island between the U.S. and Mexico. Texas Lieutenant Chris Oliveira is saying drone operators captured the gunmen fleeing Mexico due to military presence. Jorge Ventura is live for us from Mission, Texas. You're on the ground there. What more do we know, Jorge, about these violent encounters and this new order that is in place?
Well, Marty, tense moments really unfolded on the southern border yesterday in Fronton, Texas, in the Rio Grande Valley where we are. It's an area notorious for cartel activity and human smuggling. On Monday, around 1:29 p.m., shots were fired at Border Patrol agents from the Mexican side. Agents took cover, they returned fire, and called for backup. This here will be drone footage from Texas DPS showing the suspected cartel members fleeing after firing shots at agents. No one was injured on either side. DHS sources telling News Nation that the cartel members were attempting to smuggle a group across the river, but none of them made it onto U.S. soil. News Nation was the only outlet on the scene as multiple agencies joined Border Patrol agents in the investigation. Drones were deployed for surveillance, and the elite border attack unit, which you're looking at now, was deployed. They were armed and ready and arrived to secure the area.
Our agents reported shots being fired towards their direction alongside the border. The shots were coming in from Mexico, and they did return fire. They took cover, and they immediately requested backup. Backup was rendered, and subsequently, we've been working with our local and state partners.
Border Patrol officials telling News Nation no agents were injured. The investigation is still ongoing. Agents are working closely with Mexican authorities in Tamaulipas. At this time, no arrests have been made. Mexican authorities in Tamaulipas have also issued a warning to residents about criminal groups using explosives. Citizens are advised not to touch or move them. Tamaulipas sits just across the border from where we are here in the Rio Grande Valley, a hotspot for cartel violence. The U.S. State Department has also elevated its travel advisory for Tamaulipas to level 4 for Americans to do not travel, citing crime, kidnapping, gunfights, and explosive threats in the area. And Border Patrol officials say that incidents like Fronton once again highlight the daily dangers agents are facing right now. And agents also telling us whether it's a specialty unit or a routine patrol, agents do head out to every shift not knowing the dangers they could possibly encounter on the southern border, Marty.
That risk is real. The governor, Greg Abbott, sending more troops, Jorge, to the Rio Grande Valley. What's the latest on that?
So, Marty, we are learning that Governor Greg Abbott has deployed 400 additional Texas National Guard troops to the southern border. They actually arrived in McAllen yesterday here in the Rio Grande Valley where we are. Governor Abbott deploying those troops from the Texas Tactical Border Force unit. It is a unit that the governor did launch back in 2023. These troopers will be supporting Border Patrol agents on the ground. Troops from this unit will be deployed to key hotspots along the Texas-Mexico border. The troops are arriving from Fort Worth and Houston with military transport aircraft, including C-130s and Chinook helicopters, all dispatched to this region here. The Texas Tactical Border Force is part of the state's Operation Lone Star Border Security Initiative. Border Patrol agents on the ground in the Rio Grande Valley say they welcome that added manpower and support.
purely serving as a security role. What type of security? That means security along our border, securing open areas and securing any type of infrastructure, along with any type of tools that will be used to repair the wall.
And Border Patrol officials telling News Nation by having these additional troops here on the southern border, agents could actually focus on the border security and apprehending any individuals trying to enter the country illegally, Marty.
All right, guys, that's the story. Did yesterday with some footage of the 3 guys that I guess was shooting at the Border Patrol agents. One of them aimed his long rifle right at the drone, showing, hey, you know, we don't give a damn. But they on their land, they can do whatever they want. But I'm gonna be honest with you. They said, you know what I'm saying, according to reports, hear me on this, under the Biden administration, an estimated 15 million undocumented immigrants have come into the U.S. in the last 4 years. That's almost 4 million people a year. I want you to think about that. How is that even possible? And I always say, what was the end game of this? And before I get into the story, I want to say something. I don't even think I brought this up before. Not all these people are bad people. And a lot of them are running for safer grounds and better opportunity. So, you know, when we talk about this sometimes, you know, the bad gets overshadowed by the good of some people. But these are lives. These are human lives that are being turned upside down for the sick, twisted agenda of somebody else, whether they wanted to stay in office or what. These people were used as pawns, in my opinion. And none of this welcoming with the border open was genuine. It had something to do with some type of political agenda that backfired. And now, new presidential elect got to come in here and fix this shit. And it's messed up because a lot of people are going to be hurt. But as far as this thing with the cartels, right, they're saying now, you know, according to reports I've seen today, that people are the numbers are starting to dwindle at the border because people know they can't come in here. Now they got the National Guard. They're the National Guard. They got armed military troops down there, and some, you know, more are headed that way to secure parts of the border that, you know, are not even, it don't even have gates on it. Now, all of these people that are smuggling these people and all this stuff, they know where all these spots are. And you with 15 million people, that's a lot of money that was made smuggling human beings, trafficking human beings from one continent, from one country to another, no matter the distance. These guys right here play for keeps. They sitting up there holding the guns, aiming them at a military drone. If it was me, I'd have gave the order to shoot a hellfire right in the Mexican soil. I'd have aired them out. Boom. Oh, it was a mistake. You can go ahead and put a tariff on avocados or something for the next 6 months. We're sorry. But I mean, people talk a lot and they talk about, oh, war with the U.S. That's not going to happen. It's not. It's not. I honestly do not believe that the cartels really want to go to war with the U.S. government. I don't. Because number one, it would destroy their numbers. And number two, it would be an obliteration of everything that they stand for, and they would be caught. And the main reason why, because a lot of people looking at gun for gun, no. And then the main thing is air superiority. You know, whoever controls the air controls a great portion or a great advantage of warfare. Look at it nowadays. 5th gen fighters, drones, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that aren't militarily, you know, inept of understanding, and they see cartels doing crazy stuff. It's the same thing when we went to war in the Middle East with terror organizations, and you seen all the atrocities they was doing. They was like, oh, the U.S. going to have their hands full. They're not. It's no Air Force. It's no. You can run airstrikes without even sending troops over there in certain places that are known. But either way, man, I mean, this is crazy. And I mean, this is just the beginning. I mean, we're going to get more and more stories about how crazy this is, but I just don't want to lose sight, you know, of the fact that a lot of people were used as pawns in this whole situation, and it was never an actual welcoming like it was shown, because it was an agenda behind it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Take care.